Hi guys, this is Sandra from Miss Sandra's Educational Services. Spoke to you before about SMART targets, and today's been an amazingly interesting day. Today I went into a school to cover some of the lessons actually, and the interesting thing is that out of the 6 lessons that I went in to cover, 2 of them, two of the classes were actually dealing with targets. So I had a really good opportunity to speak to them about SMART targets. And obviously, we was only speaking about this the other day, so it was a really nice opportunity for me to make sure that students, when they are target setting, that they are smart. One of the classes was a drama class actually, and they just simply had to set themselves some targets for the end of the year. The other one was in an English class, but they were actually looking at more sort of lifelong targets and where they expected to be in future years. So that was interesting, and I was able to make sure that they were looking at targets in a very specific and measurable way, and setting something for themselves that could be achieved and was realistic but still challenged them. So as you can see, there are so many ways in which we can set targets, so many opportunities to use target setting. So if we can do that in a smart way, then we will achieve much more throughout our lives. In fact, one of the things that I was thinking to tell you about is perhaps my lifelong targets. And I think I may mention those to you now today, but I just want you also to realise that setting good targets will help you to achieve so much more in your life. Okay, you really shouldn't go through any year without setting some targets for that year and reviewing your lifelong targets. Okay, so are you ready to listen to my lifelong targets? Because I think they're ultra exciting. And maybe if you would share the journey with me and see whether I do actually achieve them, that would be amazing. And perhaps you can help me on my way. Okay, so my lifelong targets, I have 2 major ones. One that I've just come up with very recently, and that's because I've started running in the last few years, but certainly late into my 50s, I started to do running, inspired by my son. And so I've actually set myself a target, a SMART target, because it's timed, that on my 70th birthday, and that is still 10 years away, okay, but on my 70th birthday, I want to run 5 kilometers. I will do that. I will, if I'm around, I will do that, okay? I will run 5 kilometers. So that's one target that I have. The other one I've actually been working towards for a short while, but comes from a love of traveling, which I've always done. I've always loved traveling. In fact, because I loved it so much, even at the age of 15, I did start working in the travel industry. And I've really traveled ever since. Unfortunately, this year has slowed us down somewhat. But I have already visited, I think it's around 65 to 67 countries, of which I'm very proud of, and I always make a point of meeting the local people and trying to understand local customs and culture. But I still, of course, have quite a long way to go, and so I'm hoping that next year, when COVID is finished and we can travel safely, that I can set off again on my journey. And at the moment I'm planning to travel to South America and the Caribbean, and the Pacific and Asia. My lifelong goal there that I was getting to is that I should reach 100 countries before I die, and that's my lifelong ambition, and I will make it, and I want you to make it with me. And I want any other people that are perhaps 40 plus, 50 plus, or similar age as myself, to realise that you can still do these things. We didn't have to do them when we were 16, and if we didn't do them then, we can still do them now. There's still lots of life left in us, and we need to really go for it and set those targets. Whatever your dreams are, set targets. And yeah, so don't forget though, subscribe to my channel, because I would love to have you on my journey. I would love to hear from you and your comments. Like us, comment, and please turn on notifications. Thank you so much, and we'll speak to you again soon.